I just have to go over some things because I'm pretty mad.
Woo!
I'm pretty pissed off.
Get mad.
Get mad.
That the fact that the people on the internet think that this fight was canceled because of ticket sales. They think, oh, you know, Jake was scared to fight. To me, that's absurd. Okay, so I'm just gonna break down some facts for you guys here. The ticket sales were at $1.5 million before the week of the fight. Okay, you sell the most amount of tickets the week of the fight. To put it in perspective for you, One Direction, one of the biggest boy bands in the world, only sells $1 million when they go to Madison Square Garden. We were $500,000 above that before the week of the fight. My gross and average ticket sales are around $2 million. So we're on track to actually beat that. So the fact that you guys think this event's canceled because of ticket sales is hilarious.
It's BS.
It's BS.
It's BS with Jake Paul.
They believe
fucking
anything.
bullshit.
People believe anything, man. People believe anything.
Furthermore, the commission changing the fight to 205 pounds could have easily been my excuse out of this fight, right? It was originally contracted for 200 pounds. Hasim Rahman Jr. agreed to fight me. He said he would come down a weight. He can make the weight, no problem. He sent in a video to the commission because the commission were the ones that wanted to monitor the weight the whole entire time. They wanted to make sure that he was cutting the weight healthily and properly. He sent in a video where his team had the scale with a screwdriver.
Wait, what?
A screwdriver. He manipulated his weight and he has even admitted to this.
My coach is standing right next to the scale with a screwdriver.
He was coming in at 235 pounds, but told the commission he was 216 pounds. So when they realized that he wasn't coming lower in weight, the commission changed the weight to 205 pounds. They said, okay, he can make 205 pounds in a healthy manner. My manager, Nikisa, calls me and goes, hey man, they want to change this to 205 pounds. You want to give him an extra 5-pound advantage? I sit there at the table and I go, man, I can beat this guy at 205. No problem. Let's keep it moving forward. If the ticket sales were the problem with this event, that would have easily been my excuse right then and there. Just say, oh, they want to change it to 205. No, I'm not doing it. The fact that people think that ticket sales were the reason this event was canceled is just another way of people trying to pull me down in the boxing world. I could give a fuck about selling out of arena. For me, I wanted to knock out a pro boxer. That's been the biggest criticism is fight a pro boxer, take on a pro boxer. To me, that's all I cared about. People don't want to see me succeed in the sport of boxing, and it's really unfortunate because all I've tried to do is put money into the fighter's pocket. All I've tried to do is bring something different, a new audience into this sport. But a lot of people don't want to see me with this power because they're scared of me. They're scared of me exposing their narratives. They're scared of me exposing the shady people in boxing. Hasim Rahman Jr. and his whole team, shady. This whole situation is typical of fucking boxing. And this is where I get mad because boxing is so fucking shady. It's so dirty, so many lies. And I will do my best to always constantly come to you guys with the truth and with the facts, okay? Because boxing is shady as fuck. There's so much corruption inside of it. And this is another example of that. We have some texts. Here are the texts from Greg Cohen, like I said, to Nikisa, who is my manager. And basically what's happening here is Greg Cohen called Nikisa Saturday, 1 week before the fight, and said, hey, Hasim is not planning on making the weight. He is staying at 215 pounds. He's going to come into the weigh-in weighing 215 pounds to see what you guys do and how you guys react. And Greg, I will give Greg credit here. He was honest with us. So he says, Nikisa, unfortunately, I don't have good news. Please work with me, read the wording of the press release, as I think we both agree a coordinated effort is best. And then he says, anyways, it is what it is. Good luck. You guys dodged a bullet here. He says, I'm a fan of Jake's and wish him continued success as well. He's basically exposing the fact that they weren't going to come in on weight during fight week. Greg Cohen, his promoter, again says, regardless, the kid was milking himself and I did the honorable thing and told you the truth. He told Nikisa the truth that they weren't going to come in at the proper weight. Most people would have waited to the day of the weigh-in. I don't play like that. So respect to Greg Cohen for basically exposing his own client, actually, and saying that they weren't planning on coming in at the proper weight. Now, a lot of people say, well, Jake, if you're such a badass, then why wouldn't you fight him at 215 pounds? I could beat Hasim Rahman Jr. at 215 pounds. I beat this dude's fucking ass for 5 rounds 2.5 years ago.
Let's go right here. Good work.
The sparring video that you just watched was him weighing around 230 pounds. It has nothing to do with me beating him at that weight. It has everything to do to set the precedent with my future opponents that in our negotiations, you can't fucking play with us. You can't just walk all over us. You can't dictate what weight you want to be. You can't dictate any of that shit.
Man.
We are the money.
Little boy.
We are the A side.
The cash cow. Little boy.
We're paying you.
You don't make no decisions.
You show up at the weight I fucking tell you to. And if I would have set the precedent to where my future opponents can just show up 35 pounds over. I weigh 190. So if I set a precedent that my opponents could just show up 35 pounds over, what does that say for future negotiations? People just think that they can walk all over us.